bit of a different video this time. So Daniel from MagicMotorsport sent us this quite a bit ago now, but we just had a chance to test it. But this is a DynoRoad, which flexes their flashing tool as well, so it's branded up as that. It's come from MagicMotorsport in Italy. So this little thing here, which is normally for people that's not got a dyno or want to quickly test things, but it's quite a hefty bit of kit. Comes with everything you need to put it onto any size wheel nut. But when we got sent this, we just thought, like all the other stuff, it's a gimmicky thing that probably don't work as you'd expect it to work, and so we didn't really get much thought. But then I said, right, let's get it sorted and get it tested. So the first job, this car's never been on our dynos. This is a 1.6. It's Dan's old fabric. I think it's about 200,000 miles, something stupid like. It's done loads of miles anyway. But it's got a upgraded turbo on, air filter, exhaust, all the usual emission stuff, intercooler. But never been on the dyno before. Dan had it for a few years, and then Tom, the tuner's, ended up buying it now because I think I ruined his life when I did 0 to 60 testing on his car. Oh, it's got turbo noises though, and it is not fast. Yeah, that's the car catching me at a rate of knots. It's a 30 road, do the speed limit. So hopefully we're not going to ruin his life with this one. But we've put it on the dyno now. As you can see, power figures are absolutely mint. Not often the 1.6s do this sort of power. It is pushed really hard, but it's lasted as well. So 265, 270-ish foot-pound of torque, 189 horsepower, perfect curves. That's why it drives so good. So using this tool, you use like an app on your phone, which we'll look at that in a bit. There's probably better videos than I'm going to do looking at all the functionality. But the only thing we're bothered about, not 0 to 60 and all that stuff, because that's driver in a front wheel drive manual car. But we just want to look at what the curves look like compared to this one. So the first thing we need to do is get the weight, which you can probably estimate it. A lot of people always try and go on to this weight here. This one here, this 1674, which that is the gross weight. So that's when there's 5 people in it and a load of stuff in boot and a full tank of diesel. So that is not how much this car weighs. So we'll get Tom to stick it on the corner weight scales now, which is way over at top for what we need. We'll have it exactly to the kilogram, but it's a scientific test. We might as well get everything as good as we can, and we'll go from there. So I'll get him to rip this off, and we'll go from there. So we just got the weight from this. It was 1276 with Tom in it. So we're going to add me in. I'm about 80. I weigh myself exactly to be sure, but pretty much it were 80 when I was corner weighing something the other day. So that'll take it to whatever it takes it to, 13 something. And we'll put that into the software on the app. We'll see what graphs look like. Do you want to show me what we need to do on here then? So
right.
home, so just click measurement.
Measurement, yes. And
Skoda
obviously Skoda file, yeah, that's already set up.
Yeah.
You have to know the tire size.
All right.
So 215, 45, 17 is this one.
Yeah.
Vehicle weight, we measured it. 1276.
1276.
With me
yeah,
in it.
yeah, we
Plus 80 kilos, that works out
1356.
1356. And obviously tires, and then next. Now from here, we have to drive.
Yeah. What, just to start it calibrating?
Yeah, we hit start calibration once we get to 3000 RPM in third gear.
Right. And what do you do what do we do the measurement in? Fourth gear or third gear?
Third.
All right.
Third gear because it's long enough on this.
Yeah, these gears are long. Yeah.
No chance you're going to be.
So just click start calibration now, or only when
once,
you're doing it.
Once I prefer to do it once you're on the bypass because then you'll be sitting about. You can do it automatically or manual, but manual I haven't touched it because I found it easier to just do it automatically.
Yeah. Right. So click auto on this.
So yeah, you're in third gear, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So get to around 3000 RPM.
Well, fast enough.
And start calibration. Once you get to 3000 RPM, it automatically keeps it there. And now stay there. That comes down. 3, 2, 1. Calibrate it.
How does it know I'm at 3000 RPM?
Well, you have to. Because if you're at 3000 RPM, once it sees that you're still at that speed, then it starts calculating. It gets
so click confirm now.
Now confirm.
And
now
then
there's nobody behind, so drop down to around 1500 RPM.
Just like a normal pull.
Yeah. Keep yourself in third gear. 1500 RPM.
Yeah.
Now we hit start.
And mash it.
Mash it. Yeah. After the pull. As soon as you hit rev limiter, leave the clutch all the way in.
Oh, put the clutch in?
Yes.
Right.
Clutch in.
Don't brake.
Don't brake, exactly. Because it needs to know the rolling resistance. And 188, there we go.
188. Let's pull over and have a look at the curve then. 188, so that's like 1 horsepower difference. That's mental. Yeah. I'm going to stop anyway. Yeah. That's mental. How much? 266 foot-pound. That's like exactly what that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you're right on the 80 kilos. You got your weight right.
Yeah.
So now confirm there. Continue. Now, obviously, this is like.
Why? You've already put all that in there, haven't you?
Yeah, but it's for their own thing. Now you have to wait down here for the measurement to finish because it's syncing with the DynoRoad to that. Yeah. So at that point it generates the graph.
Yeah. Then save.
Save. Do. And there we go. Running. That's the one that we just did.
Yeah.
Now to see the graph we have to go back. Yeah, whatever. Go back. Analysis, date measurements, ignore, run 8, generate as an image. Because PDF if you want to send it by email.
There's a lot of button bashing in this.
Yeah, that's
probably a few too many.
And there we go. That's our graph.
It looks pretty much the same as. I probably started a bit later than our dyno, didn't I really?
Well, I have it set up to start recording at around 1500 RPM. I can make it start later. But
I mean, I probably stamped on it a bit early and made it seem a bit lazier.
Yeah. But it's about
Sweet.
the same.
We'll do one on the way back up and see if it comes up with the same results. Yeah. And then we'll share these graphs properly.
Here, and there we go. Let it do its thing.
So, just got back from the road test. Not sure how much of that Danny's going to put in. We lost connection when we were going to do a second run, but it didn't really matter too much. We didn't we got what we needed from that anyway. I think it probably wants to be nearer to this side, nearer to it, but you just click connect and it went back on. But couple too many buttons to press while you're meant to be driving, which were no real big deal for what we're doing there, but yeah, I think it could be a little bit more automated in that respect. Obviously, not everybody's got access to calibrated corner weight scales. Whether it's accurate enough with your local weighbridge or guesstimating, don't really know. But if you're tuning a car and you know roughly the weight, and you know roughly what power you're going to get, and it comes out and you're happy, that's generally all that matters anyway, because the dyno is merely a tool. It's not an exact science as much as people would like to think it is. We try not to get too hung up on the actual figures themselves, unless you want 300 horsepower and they do anything if it's 299. But anyway, so this is a graph that it produces. I don't know why it says 120 horsepower there, because that's not what it even is as standard, but works out pretty good. The graph looks pretty decent, which we'll go and compare it to ours now. So the curves, I've changed the scaling on this so it looks different to what it looked like before we went out, but we've changed the scaling back to what this is like. It's a little bit wider, so it don't look exactly the same, but the curves are pretty similar really. I think it's probably a little bit lazier on the road, because this is 4th gear, this is 3rd gear anyway. I think you'd probably do it in 4th gear if you want, but that'd be 120 mile an hour at the top, so don't want to be doing that on the road really, so 3rd is better. So yeah, happy, think it works as intended. It's not cheap. I think these are going to be on offer after July the 4th. I think they're just less than €1,000, something like that. And I think it should all be sorted by the time this video gets sent out there. But there should be a discount code for us, which we'll put on the screen and in the description, and a link straight to there. You get a bit of discount. I think you should get 10% from it, which we're going to get a little bit of a kickback from that, but it's not a lot. We're giving more discount than we're getting back anyway. But if you've got an idea that these have got a use somewhere in how we're working things, let us know. I think it probably wouldn't be the worst idea to send to some people in the middle of nowhere one of these and a power gate. That might be a way of using them, maybe loan it out or something like that, but it's an expensive bit of kit to be shipping around the world for it to get lost and we don't get anything back for it. So whether we do that or not, I'm not too sure, but definitely if you don't want to spend all the money that we've spent on a dyno cell to get the same figures, then it is pretty cheap really, because we probably spent £250,000 to get this, and for less than £1,000 you can get the same sort of thing that we know is pretty accurate, as long as what you're putting in is accurate. So yeah, look in the description if you want to know anything else. It's not the best video that's going to be out there for these, I wouldn't have thought, but it's a real one. Like I say, I've not been paid to get it. It'd be nice to get paid to do it. The beep! Thank God we know how to stop the beep. So yeah, I think Matisse has just realised it after listening to this forever. So yeah, I think yeah, honest review. We'll see what happens. If we don't sell any, I've wasted a bit of time. That's it.